This is the OG Broncnut 719 West, and everybody knows it's Broncos Chiefs week, right? It's the last game of the year, and we're going to get more into the game later on the week. I'll make maybe another video, but today I want to help these Bronco fans how to deal with delusional Chiefs fans, because they're already all out chirping, right? You know that chant they stole from Florida State University? And they're already all out going, we're back-to-back AFC West champs, woohoo! Listen, Chiefs, this is the first time y'all have ever even done that in 58 years of your franchise history. Meanwhile, during that same 50 years, my proud franchise has played in 15 AFC championship games. Went to 8 Super Bowls. And brought home 3 trophies in the same 58 years that you've just now won back-to-back championships. So today, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you guys through the Kansas City Chiefs delusional fanhood matrix. Now, it's like any other matrix that you've ever seen before. It has a Y and an X, and it's got the delusional fanhood axis line, which is running right down the middle. Now, it's very important to keep your eye on that line to see where fans fall. So, Bronco fans, from about a 5.5 in fanhood and all the way up to a 10 crazy. This here, this is your no-go zone. We do not hang around and talk to Kansas City Chief fans who aren't at least a 5.5 in fanhood, no matter how crazy or not crazy or delusional that they are. Right? These fans, you tell them, name me 5 players that play on the Kansas City Chiefs, and they can't. Name me 3 quarterbacks that ever played for your franchise in the history of its existence. They can't. Those guys are in the no-go zone. Now, to about a 7.5 fanhood and below the delusional fanhood axis, this is your beer drinking zone. Now, fans that fall in the beer zone, you know, they have relatively good fanhood. You know, they may have an old jersey, an old shirt that says Chiefs on it that you can barely read, or one that they got free from a bank telethon. But they're relatively underneath the delusional line. So they're people you can tolerate, you can hang out with, but, you know, they're not real fans. Just above that beer drinking zone, above the crazy line, and maybe down to about a 7 in delusion, this whole area here, this is your danger zone. This is fans who barely know enough about the Kansas City Chiefs just to be dangerous, right? I mean, these are fans that still drive Camaros with Arrowhead logos on the side of their doors. They still have a mullet in the year 2017. They think the only food is barbecue. Anybody named the Brit Chief, anybody, you know, is in that danger zone of, you know, they think they understand 58 years of history of Chiefs football, but they don't, because they haven't lived all the pain. And the only way you can really understand is to live it. So, watch for fans in the danger zone. And keep in mind that a fan can be in one category and appear in another category just like that over time. Now, straight across up to a 9 delusion, but high on the fanhood, right? Real high on the fanhood. Got all the gear, got all the jerseys, got all the everything you can think of, but really high on delusion. These are the people that they think the Chiefs are going to the Super Bowl and getting their first trophy this year. They think that this is the year that the Chiefs put the Broncos in the cellar for the next decade. They're bandwagon fans, and that's why this is called your bandwagon fan zone. Okay? So the bandwagon zone has a lot of Chiefs fans in it. I mean, let's be honest. A few years ago, when the Chiefs weren't very good, you could watch Chiefs games on TV, and there was empty seats everywhere. I've been to a Chiefs game where it was buy one, get one free out on the street to buy a ticket. Use tickets in the garbage bin on the way in. Those are the bandwagon fans. They come out when the Chiefs are good and just walk around, Chiefs, everywhere they go. Underneath that bandwagon zone and below the delusional fanhood axis line, this is the hardcore fan zone. Let's just call it OG fan. These are people that understand the Kansas City Chiefs. They understand the history. They understand the pain. They've been following this team. It's bred into their DNA from the time they're born. People like Chief Urag, he would be in that OG fan zone. What's up, Urag? Now, underneath the OG fan zone, so well below the delusional fanhood access line and very high on the fanhood scale, this is your super fan. Now, currently, right now, in 58 years of football and in the year 2017, there is no such thing as a Chiefs superfan anywhere in the world. Not one's ever been found. I mean, nobody likes them enough to go all the way to superfan level. I mean, how can you blame them? They don't have any Super Bowl rings. Can't have no superfans. So, I've never found anybody in that level. And then below that, well, this is your unicorn zone. You know, somebody that's really high in the fanhood and, you know, understands that, yeah, we just don't have any championships. And our first Super Bowl ring is not a real Super Bowl ring. It's a championship ring. And the Broncos and Raiders are the class of the division. And we just have to accept that until we win one and get that monkey off our back. That's the guy that's going to be down there in the unicorn zone. And I had somebody come and tell me the other day, they said, Bronknuts, that's not true. Because I actually met a fan who was a 4 delusional on the delusion scale and a 10 in fanhood for the Kansas City Chiefs. So let me get this straight. You met a fan that was barely delusional and he was a massive Kansas City Chiefs fan? I mean, he had like a painted garage door and this was a Chiefs fan? He said, yeah. I said, I don't think it's possible. You better watch yourself because you're probably talking to a real OG fan, and that is probably the OG Bronknuts from the West 719 in disguise. I'm out, suckers. Chiefs, we're coming this week. We'll get more into the game later. I'm out.